Hello, hello. What is going on, everybody? Let me, I don't think I adjusted my mic correctly. We are here. We are live. It is a Wednesday night. I am back. I took last week off. I was very behind, like because of the holidays for like filming videos and stuff. So I could not go live last week. I think last Wednesday I filmed like 4 videos on that night just to kind of catch up. I really like to keep up the momentum that I have on this channel and keep up the pace of like one video a day. I really have to film like ahead, and I have to stay ahead, and I have to stay on top of things. So like if I've only got like 1 or 2 videos like in the pipeline, like I got to get to work. So I think that's what I did last week. But tonight we're back. This is not the first live stream of 2025 because we did the Vinegar Syndrome show 2 weeks ago. But this is the stream where I'm going to talk about my 2025 goals, physical media goals, channel goals, movie goals. And yes, there's differences, with all those different categories. I've got 3 for each. I may come up with other ones along the way, but I don't want to, set myself up for failure too much when it comes to my goals because I don't know, it's weird for me with New Year's resolutions, with goals, because it's like my mindset at the beginning of the year is always going to be different than halfway through the year at the end of the year. So I'm trying to set stuff that I feel like I can accomplish. But at the same time, I don't want to set up stuff that's too easy to accomplish, if that makes any sense. But thank you all so much for being here. Drop a like on the stream if you could be so kind. And then, also let me know if you can hear me. That would be important to the overall quality of the stream if you can hear me. Somebody said there's an echo. Is there an echo? What are you talking about, Mike? Don't let there be an echo. My stream was doing something weird like right before I got on here, so I wouldn't doubt if things were a little wonky tonight. Gus with a $4.99 super chats. He said, Ken, did you get the Madam Web 4K Steelbook on sale? I didn't, Gus, but damn it, it's time I get it, isn't it? Do you really want me to get it? Like, do you really want me? You donate enough to the channel, it's like I should. If you really do, you want me to get the Steelbook? You want me to get the slipcover? I actually think this is the Steelbook cheaper than the slipcover. Let's look. Why do you want me to own that trash in my collection, guys? Can you donate for me to get like a good movie on 4K? Can we do that instead? I mean, I would honestly need to. The slipcover is $20.99. I'll go ahead and pick it up, Gus. I'll get the slipcover. I don't want to get the Steelbook because it sucks. It looks horrible. And also it won't match my other shitty Sonyverse movies because I have the slipcover for all those. So I've got Morbius slipcover, which I think you also funded, and I've got the Venoms. I think both the Venoms was slipcover. So I got to get Venom: The Last Dance at some point, but I'm going to wait till the price drops. I don't think a ton of people. I don't think a ton of people are going to pick that up. So I'm sure the price will drop on the slipcover to like maybe $7.99 or something at some point, and I'll grab it then. But thank you so much, Gus. Let me give you a little super chat clip for the super chat donation. I appreciate that.
She got a great ass, and you got your head all the way up it.
There you go. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. All right. And I think everybody can hear me okay. Oh my God, don't make me get the Steelbook. Then I'm not going to match, Gus. Then I'm not going to match. I mean, we've been waiting for the freaking Madam Web to go down under 20 at least, but I mean, it's Sony. They're going to charge you either way. But I did get Venom Let There Be Carnage. I remember. I feel like I got that for like $7.99. I think it was like Black Friday 2023. I got it for $7.99. But they are filling up Wonder This World. They are 100% filling up. I actually think that there's a little bit of room on the bottom there, and those shelves over there are filled up. I'm in the market for another shelf. And I think that, guys, I worked on this the other day, but I tried to put like my Blu-ray or my 4K player, my TV, my soundbar, all this stuff should be down below in the description. But I do have my shelves down there in the description as well, because I get the question all the time, Ken, what kind of shelves you got? What are those? How can I get them? I'm not saying they're the best shelves like in the world, but they're a good price. They're on Amazon, and I've been using them since 2017, and they've been very good to me. So if you're in the market for some shelves for your physical media, I got the link down below for that. So there you go. I should have the link down below anyway. All right, let me go back up to the top. Let's start this thing off right. Of course, with Kevin Kruger's 8,000 questions to top things to start things. Top 5 Westerns of all time. Kevin, this is going to go into one of my goals later, but I honestly want to do more like lists, like top 10 lists, because I love doing those. Like I've always loved doing those, but I kind of got away from doing them a couple of years ago, and I would like to go back to doing stuff like that. And Westerns would 100% be like a list I would do. So I don't want to spoil that. But what I can say is like a few Westerns that I love is The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, Unforgiven, the Dollars trilogy. I can lump all those in together. They're all great films. I love those movies. Shane, which I'm excited to get that 4K this year. And God, I got to think of one more. Of course, Once Upon a Time in the West. Like that's a great film as well. So those are pretty much 7 Westerns that I love, is what I just named. Favorite movie from 1952. That's a good question, Kevin. That's a good question. Let me look that up. Did you know there was a presidential election in 1952? Do you know who won the presidency in 1952? That's a little trivia for you guys. That popped up because I only typed in 1952 and not 1952 movies. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh my God. I guess High Noon. Like that's the only one on here I'm seeing that I've seen. I haven't even talked about that on the channel. I had it in my pile over here to talk about. But High Noon was great. I loved it. Great performance by who the hell was in that movie? Gary Cooper. Grace Kelly was in that film. Oh yeah, Grace Kelly. Great movie. I loved High Noon. That was a good one. I like it when he tries to get everybody to help him and they're all like, nah, we're too busy. We got too much going on. Yeah, High Noon. That's a solid pick. What's the most movies you have watched in the theater in one day? I think 2. I don't think I've watched any more than 2 in the theater in one day. And that was pretty recently. Like I think back in 2018, 2019, I was going to the theaters a lot, trying to see everything. And I would go several times on Tuesdays, and it was like $5 or $6 a ticket, and I would like go through 2 movies, like while my kids were in school before I would go pick them up. And as long as they were short enough and the times matched, like I could see 2 movies. I remember seeing 47 Meters Down, the sequel, and then I saw Peanut Butter Falcon. I saw Ready or Not, and then I saw something else. I can't remember all the double features I did, but I did a few of them. Do you think Chevy Chase is overrated? Absolutely not. Chevy Chase is great. Probably not. I got enough titles in to talk about. I don't feel like I need to get that. I'll get it eventually, probably, because I do want all of John Carpenter movies on 4K, but I'm probably not going to get that to review anytime soon. Maybe we'll talk about that later. He's great in Kill Bill Volume 1 as Hattori Hanzo. But as far as his movies, like I got a collection for some of his movies, but I haven't seen too many other films from Sonny Chiba. All right, we got through the wall of Kevin Kruger questions. Now we're on to John. Looking forward to this one. Thank you, John. Thank you for being here. We got Collector Movie Man in the chat. Hey, Ken, I just want to say that I got my Inglourious Basterds Arrow Video 4K. And what did you think of the cover of Criterion release of Anora? I think it's pretty damn hot. Let me bring that up real quick. That was announced today. And of course, I'll talk about the Criterions when we do the physical media report next Monday. But they announced the April titles today, and they announced the Nora, Sean Baker's latest film that's getting a lot of awards buzz. And that's pretty cool. Like, I think the last couple of years they've announced like some newer film titles in the collection. And this one comes out April the 29th. I think it's going to be pretty loaded with special features, new making of documentary, new interviews with Baker and the star Mikey Madison. And yeah, I saw where that they said that, I forget who posted about that, but they said this cover, this poster on the cover was inspired by James Franco film poster. So, that's pretty cool. I was looking forward to seeing Nora. I didn't get a chance to go to the theaters. I think it's on streaming now, but honestly, at this point, I'll probably wait until this Criterion comes out and pick that up. They also announced another Sean Baker film. They got Prince of Broadway. They got Some Like It Hot. They got Some Like It Hot is back in the collection on 4K. So I guess they got it back from Kino Lorber, or Kino Lorber lost the rights. I think that's why. I think the 4K of Some Like It Hot from Kino Lorber was going out of print recently. Actually, quite a few of their stuff was going out of print. I wish I would have kept track of what that was, because that would probably indicate that Criterion, because if you guys remember back in 2021, 2022, Kino Lorber was going after a lot of Criterion Blu-rays and upgrading those to 4K. And it seems like Criterion is starting to take those back and also do 4K editions of their own. So again, with Criterion, I wish they would do something different as far as like their artwork, like not just put it out and make it look exactly the same as the Blu-ray. Like, we need differentiators. It's not just like, it's not a dumb reason. It's actually like, because you could go out to Barnes and Noble and accidentally pick up the Blu-ray if you're not really paying attention. Like, I've heard of people doing that. Like, you need a difference between the two, like a recognizable difference, because the Criterions don't have a banner on them or anything like that. So like, there needs to be some kind of difference. So why not just do different artwork? Arrow Video is starting to do it. Like they're doing it with Cruising coming up. So I do hope that Criterion does that sometime in the future. Don't just put out the same looking edition, just with a 4K sticker on the front that gets peeled off anyway when you take the wrapping off. Just seems weird. But yeah, Some Like It Hot's coming back. No new special features, but it does have HDR and Dolby Vision, so you don't have to worry about that. I think the Kino had that as well. And the other stuff, well, you got Chungking Express. I've heard of that before. That's a Wong Kar-wai film. Apparently that one's coming back in circulation. It was out of circulation for a while, and the Blu-ray was going for quite a bit. But that's getting a 4K release as well. So yeah, that's the Criterion stuff. I don't know enough about the other ones to really dive into with you guys. Let's see. You're seeing The Brutalist next week. Friday, the movie is 3 hours. Jesus. 3 hours and 35 minutes. Who has got time for that, to go to the theater and see that? I do want to see The Brutalist. I've heard great things about it, and I like Adrian Brody a lot as an actor, but damn, that's a long ass movie. That's like this year's what was it called? What was the Scorsese film from last year? Took my wife and I think it just took us 2 nights to watch it. I wanted to say 3. With DiCaprio and De Niro, Killers of the Flower Moon. Yeah, that's pretty much the length of that. Damn. Thoughts on drastic changes between the game and the upcoming Until Dawn movie? I don't know enough about Until Dawn to really comment on that. I don't even know what's going on with it, to be honest. Everybody likes that Nora cover, don't they? My goodness. People are going to be using that cover or using that Criterion for more than just watching. Jeez Louise. Nora. Is Viavision or Umbrella do region-free Blu-rays? Yeah, all of Umbrella is region-free. Like, they'll say it's region B, but they all play on my regular player. You got annihilated in the VS comments about calling them trash films. I mean, that's usually what happens. I mean, Marius, you just can't walk into somebody's house and, say it looks like shit in here and then expect not to get thrown out or not to get, called something bad or name called or something. You got to understand that, man. Like, it's, if you walk in my house and you tell me that I'm a piece of shit, like, I'm going to be like, I'm going to ask you to leave. That's just what happens, you know? I don't know what to tell you. Did your kids watch Henry Danger or Thundermans? No, I don't even know what those are, Marius. I don't even know what those are. Burgers here. Now that Jackie Brown and the Kill Bills have been released on 4K, what is the next Tarantino film that you want to get the 4K treatment? Well, I know we're getting Django and Hateful Eight from Lionsgate. Whether or not it's later this year or early 2026, I hope it's not that long. We're getting those at some point. Like, Lionsgate has them. They did a report about that like a year and a half ago, where they said they had the Kill Bills, Jackie Brown, Hateful Eight, and Django. So we're gonna get those 4Ks. So since I know we're getting those 4Ks, the only thing that's left is Death Proof, right? I think that's the only Tarantino film that will need a Tarantino directed film that will need a 4K at that point. Now, if we're talking Tarantino written films, we've got True Romance, Natural Born Killers. We need From Dusk Till Dawn. That's the one we need as far as the Tarantino written films. And I know he wrote that with Rodriguez, but yeah, I think it's just Death Proof, because Once Upon a Time in Hollywood had a 4K when it came out. So yeah, I would love to get a Death Proof 4K. I don't know who would put it out. Maybe Scream Factory, maybe Arrow Video, but I think that would be super cool. Can't wait for Con Air on 4K, says Jeremy. Hell yeah, man. Put the bunny back in the box. And 4K is going to be incredible. Glad you finally got rid of the open mouth thumbnails for the live streams. I apologize for that. It might be coming back next week. I don't know. I never know what I'm going to put on the thumbnail anymore. What's up, Don? Is Blockbuster Video, West Coast Video still open? Do you think they rent 4K discs or just Blu-ray discs? I'd say 4K discs would be on there too. What's up, Adrian? I could care less about TikTok. I really good riddance to shorts. I hate making them. And and not that shorts are going to go away. It's still a big thing on YouTube and Instagram. It's just like, oh my God. I am not a short person. I really tried. And I do want to make more. I want to try to get back into it again, but it's so hard for me, to edit those. I'm just very long-winded and I talk a lot. So good riddance to TikTok. I mean, honestly though, like, if I'm being real, like, it's sad for people that have grown like huge followings on there. Like, just as a content creator myself, like, I feel for those people that built up these like big platforms and now it's just all like taken away from them. Like, if that happened to YouTube, I would be, pretty upset about it. So I feel for them on that respect, but for me personally, it doesn't really mean anything. Yeah, we should be getting TMNT at some point this year, I think. What's up, Joe? What's up, Maria? Lionsgate Limited doubles the price, makes you pay for shipping. At least when Disney doubles its price, it includes free shipping. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's all on what you're willing to pay, right? I mean, yeah, Disney doubled the price, but they doubled it from it being more expensive than Lionsgate. So yeah, I mean, the way you're saying it is true, but also Disney's steelbooks were like almost $40 and then they doubled them to 65, 70 or 75 or whatever with Deadpool and Wolverine. Whereas Lionsgate was 20 and now they've doubled it to 40. So now they're pretty much like the same price as what Disney was. So if you're comparing the two, it's like Disney was always screwing us, whereas Lionsgate gave it to us really good for a long time. And now you can maybe say that they're screwing you. But at the same time, I do think that there's a quality to Lionsgate that is definitely not there with some of the other studio releases, as far as like the boutique nature of the packaging. They do artwork on their discs. And some of the stuff coming up, like they've got extras in there and stuff like that. So I don't know, man. It's I understand people's frustration with it, but I still think that Disney's a little worse as far as what they're pricing the stuff at and what they give you. What's up, Daniel? Antonis, what's up? What's up, man? What's up, Dark Room Reviews? How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the latest edition of Thunderdome. We are here. What's up, Daniel? What's up, Jerison? It 1990 is terrifying. I would love that on 4K. Hope everyone's day was good. I mean, I worked, but it was a fine day. What's up, Adrian? Hey, yo, Adrian. Hopefully, Lionsgate Limited will ship to Canada soon, so I can get the Kill Bill Steelbooks. That would be nice. That would be nice. Watching the Terminator 4K right now, it looks so good. This is my top 10 from last year. Nice. It was a great looking 4K. I mean, it was in my honorable mentions, not my top 10, but it was a great looking 4K. Sup, Ken in chat, says James. What's up, James? Jerrison's here. By the way, the films that Criterion Collection will release in April are announced, including, well, we just went over that, Jerrison, but I know you said that before we did that. Just saw the movie Youngblood with Rod Rillo and Patrick Swayze. Have you seen it? I haven't. Didn't Kino put that out? I thought about grabbing that in the recent sale, but I didn't get to it before. Yeah, I do plan to see Wolfman this Saturday. My wife and I plan to go this Saturday to see it. I'm actually I'm hearing like some mixed things about it. And that kind of look, it's not like I hold the critics to as like the gospel opinion or anything. But I was hoping for more like rave reviews before I saw it, but who knows? Maybe that could work out in its favor for me. Maybe I go in with a little bit lower expectations and it wows me. I don't know. I'm hoping to love it though. I love Lee Winnell's work on Upgrade, The Invisible Man, even Insidious 3 is a good Insidious sequel. So I'm hoping that it's at least a good movie for me. What's up, Movie Hunter 2020? Just ordered the Terminator Blu-ray. Nice. You got the Blu-ray, huh? Echo. Let's see. What's up, Mama Blu-ray? How are you all doing? Hope you and Sue are doing well. We got my goal is to have no goals. I know that's yeah, I get it. Loud and clear on my end. Nice. Our mindset change constantly every 6 months. We typically want different things. Yeah. And that's okay. Magic Hands. What's up, everyone? You know, the thing is, and we'll get into it again when I talk about the goals, but this year, because last year it's like I get halfway through the year and I forget about what the hell my goals were. And it's like I'm completely off track. So I think this year, like it would be nice halfway through the year to do like a check-in, be like, this is where I'm at on this, and this, and, you know, just kind of see where I'm at with you guys. So maybe we can do a live stream doing that. Sounds fine to me. My goal is to keep doing what I'm doing. Nice. Sounds good. Yeah, the echo, the bang was probably my microphone, my stand. I need a new stand for my mic. It's so janky. I mean, I've had it for 3 years now, but it cranks and everything else. Usually I don't have to worry about it if I'm not moving it. But hey, Ken, I'm trying to get the Game of Thrones 4K complete edition. Where would you recommend I pick it up for the best deal? I mean, I've seen that thing on sale for like $80 during Black Friday. So I might wait until Black Friday to get that or wait till there's a better deal. We can look at it, what price it is right now, though. I actually need Game of Thrones on 4K myself. I never get it. I mean, it's $139.97 on Amazon right now, which, I mean, for 8 seasons of television on 4K, like that's not a bad price, but I know I've seen that down to like 99, or I feel like I've seen it down to 80 though. I feel like I've seen it down to 80 before. But I'm looking on Groove real quick because I think they have it all. I think they have the whole show too. Maybe. The complete series box set. No, they don't have the 4K on Groove. They got the Blu-ray for 90, but I know I've seen that 4K for like $80 during Black Friday. So you might want to wait for that, Andrew. I pre-ordered 7 from Amazon, still waiting for it. Damn. That sucks. The Echo is my phone next to me playing the stream with my TV in the background. I think I already read that. 7. I bought a new 4K player over Christmas, so now I have 2 4K players. Madam Web will be $5 next Prime Day sale. You would think, but I don't know. All right. Now I've gotten caught up to where I was before. I am not from Oregon. The Saw 20th anniversary box set wasn't stupid. It wasn't stupid. It was dumb, Jigsaw. It was freaking dumb. Oh my God. I got so much like hate for that video. A lot of people agreed, but like, I don't know. Like, honestly, that video, and I'm talking about the 5 dumbest releases of 2024, it was just for fun. But it's like people were like, you can't say anything about. There were so many defenders of the RoboCop remake. You shouldn't say anything about the RoboCop remake. You haven't seen it. This is ridiculous. You're stupid. You're not a real film fan. If you haven't seen the RoboCop remake. I don't know, guys. I was just trying to have fun. I try to think of fun, interesting ideas that I think you guys would be interested in watching. And then I film them, half asleep most of the time. So definitely take that into account. Ken, you may need a bigger room. I do need a bigger room. But yeah, a lot of RoboCop remake defenders. And I knew I was going to trigger you, Jigsaw, with the Saw box set. But I'm sorry, it was a bad box set. It just was. I'm not talking about the contents. I'm just talking about the way they packed it. Just watched Manhunter tonight. I still think Silence of the Lambs is better, but would have been curious to see how Brian Cox could do with a larger role. I still need to see Manhunter. I've honestly never seen it. I've got it on DVD, not the Blu-ray, though. Good, the Bad, the Ugly. That's a great one. Just bought the Arrow Django today. That's a great 4K, man. Watch a video about you talking about it while Go finally took the plunge on it. That's a great 4K. That is a great 4K. Nice. Happy birthday. Not JPEG. Happy 46. Oh, nice. Eisenhower. You got it. Favorite movie for my birthday year? That's always easy. Back to the Future. One of the greatest films of all time came out the year I was born. Back to the Future. No question. There's a lot of great films in 1985 though that are turning 40 this year. Where were you last week? I said that earlier, Marius. I explained. I've watched 6 movies in the theater in one day. I used to see everything. Damn, Michelle, that is freaking insane. That's commitment right there. Did you come out of every movie, get another popcorn soda, then go back in? Or did you maybe leave for like a couple hours and come back? Was it like 3 movies in the morning, leave for a little bit, come back, 3 movies at night? Was it like that? Or did you just plow straight through? Most movies in a theater in a day was 7 Star Wars back-to-back 7. Damn. Shaun of the Dead, because I've seen it recently, and I really enjoyed my rewatch, but I haven't seen Hot Fuzz in years. Playing Tekken online, Dementia and Scott. Oh my goodness. What are some of your favorite direct-to-DVD video sequels? I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Directed. So I interpret this question as it's a movie that was in theaters and then the sequels were direct to video. I don't know. I can't think of one off the top of my head, if I'm being honest. I had to look one up. The first thing that popped in my head were the Puppet Master movies, but I think all those were direct to video. Let's see. Direct to video sequels. Why does it say Ace Ventura Jr. Pet Detective? There was an Ace Ventura Jr. Definitely Candyman 3, Day of the Dead. That's it. That's my favorite. That's the best. Oh, Curse of Chucky, maybe. Curse of Chucky is actually really good. Now I'm just going through all these straight to DVD sequels. From Dusk Till Dawn 2, I don't love it like the first one, but it wasn't bad. Blood Money, Texas Blood Money. I don't remember it being bad. I would honestly like to rewatch it at some point. But yeah, I'll just say Curse of Chucky because I think it might be the best one on this list. Thank you, Holmes. I'm glad I'm kin enough. Going to see Bong Joon-ho retrospective at the VIFF Center in Vancouver this weekend, mainly on Saturday. I'm seeing 4 films on that day. Damn. Do you think a lot of 2025 movie trailers would come out during the Super Bowl 2025? I don't know. Maybe. Possibly. Some of them, the big ones. Might. We might get a Fantastic Four trailer. What's the other Marvel movie coming out? Superman. We might get a Superman trailer. I have heard about that. I have not watched The Cell yet. I'm hoping to soon. I really had to take a detour and just go through the Tarantino 4Ks. I had to get through those as quickly as possible, which my Jackie Brown 4K review will be out tomorrow, and my Kill Bill Volume 2 4K review should be out on Friday. And then I'll have those wrapped up, and I can get to The Cell and Incubus on 4K. I'm hoping to review those pretty soon as well, probably sometime next week or something. But yeah, I have heard about the issues, and yeah, I'll look into it when I actually watch it. And I mean, I'm sure the people that have already talked about it are correct. It's something like scenes repeating or something like that. Oh damn, that was your favorite film, huh? Best and worst of I haven't seen enough Jackie Chan to really comment. I've seen Rumble in the Bronx. I've seen First Strike. I've of course seen the 2 Rush Hour films. I haven't seen the third one. Shanghai Noon, Shanghai Nights. I mean, I've seen all that stuff. Does that count? The Tuxedo? The Tuxedo's the worst. And then I'll say Rush Hour 2 is the best. But again, I don't have a great perspective on Jackie Chan movies. I didn't. I watched Daredevil on Netflix back in the day. All 3 seasons, and I was a big fan of it back in the day, but I have no interest of a Disney-fied Daredevil. Even if they say it's going to be gritty, like I know I'll notice a difference. Is Criterion the only label that don't do noticeable upgrades between the Blu-ray and the 4K? I mean, I think they've done some noticeable upgrades before. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I know that they've done some before. But it is something that I don't feel like I need to upgrade those right away. I've got a lot of Blu-rays. Like I still haven't upgraded Blood Simple, and I love that movie. Because their Blu-rays do look pretty good, usually most of the time, but they've done some noticeable upgrades before. But yeah, not like Scream Factory though. When Scream Factory does like a 4K upgrade, like it's extremely noticeable from the Blu-ray because it feels like they didn't really put a lot of work into their past Blu-rays back in the day. Like The Burning looked like crap on Blu-ray compared to that 4K, and that was a 2013 Blu-ray. I did hear about that. I'll probably talk about that next week on the Physical Media Report. That's pretty damn cool for Hong Kong fans. Nice. What's up, Chase? Criterion 100% needs to change their 4K artwork. I've screwed up and bought the Blu-ray before. Yeah. I know a lot of people that have. And I'll be honest, like I've been in there and almost got the Blu-ray before. But you really have to look. Favorite scenes and quotes from the Fast Times. I mean, you can't really beat the pool scene in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Like that's like the scene of the movie. But I like the beginning, with We Got the Beat and all that stuff. That's it's a great opening to the film. I honestly felt like watching that film again the other night, but I just had too much other stuff that I needed to watch. That's what sucks sometimes about feeling like you need to review a bunch of things and watch things, is that you can't like actually watch something that you feel like watching when you feel like watching it. Sometimes I do, but other times I just can't because I'm too slammed. But I do hope to revisit that film soon. I haven't watched it since I got the Criterion. It's definitely a great film. Yeah, I mean that I don't know. Have they ever done Atmos? I don't know if they have. But they've definitely done HDR. Nice. I need to get Invasion USA. I keep forgetting about that one. I wanted to get it. You think the Brutalist will get Best Picture? I'm still pulling for The Substance. I would love to see The Substance get Best Picture. But I feel like it's too weird to get. I think it might be nominated. Like I think it could be nominated, but win probably not. Let's see. Not really. Not really. The Anaconda remake kind of looks stupid. Jack Black and Paul Rudd. I mean, I like both of them, but it kind of looks dumb. No, probably not. Probably not. I had I mean, honestly, I guess it depends on how much you want to pay me for that, but I would feel weird about it for sure. But I've had somebody like I was going to send them something. It was like a giveaway. I was giving, and speaking of that, guys, I am going to be doing a giveaway soon. I promised that when I hit 30,000, and I haven't done it yet. I'm over 31 right now. I am going to be doing a giveaway soon, so look out for that. But I did a giveaway, and then I was shipping somebody some like 4Ks or Blu-rays or something because they won, and they were like, "Can you sign the slipcover for us?" I'm like, Are you sure you want me to sign the slipcover? Like that's a part of the release. Like I'd be ruining the release." And they were like, yeah, don't do that. But sign your name on a piece of paper and put it on the inside." So I talked somebody out of me signing something of theirs. But I mean, if somebody wanted to give me enough to cover shipping to send something to them, I guess, but it's that's a little weird, I think. Honestly. Dan Jones, $9.99 super chat. Have you seen the full moon umbrella set? It is awesome. It is awesome. Well, Dan, because you gave me $9.99, let me pull it off the shelf. I just got it in over the weekend. Here it is. The Full Moon Fright Box from Umbrella Entertainment. Haven't even unboxed this thing on the channel yet, but I have filmed the unboxing, and that will be out probably, I don't know, this weekend, sometime next week, something like that. But I do have it in my possession. I'm just going to set it over here. And I have the other November releases as well. But thank you so much for the $9.99 super chat. Let's see. Mr. Beast is going to buy TikTok. That would be interesting. We need Death Proof. What's up, John? Chris misses the round tables. I miss him too. I do miss him too. I'd like to bring him back. I'd like to bring him back someday. Maybe I will. Mike says, I want Scream 4 4K. I think that could be a possibility this year. I think I heard some rumblings of that. It wouldn't come out from Paramount, though, I don't think. I think it would come out from Lionsgate. I'm going to watch Jaws. That's what I'm going to do. Maybe Jaws 2. Warner Bros. Is the worst studio. Everyone knows that except Ken. I think Warner Bros. Was the best studio of 2024, actually. And that's weird coming from you, Beetlejuice. I mean, that's your studio. Like, you wouldn't exist without Warner Brothers. So that's just kind of odd coming from you. So there you go. Laren's here. What's up, Laren? I want Minority. Yes, 100% we need Minority Report in 4K. 100%. I agree. No, you just missed some ramblings. Me going through the chat. We haven't gotten to goals and stuff yet. Hey, Ken, it's your number one fan from Monday night. Nice, Douglas. Thank you for being here. Let's see. We could see that. What's up, Jay? Can't wait to hear these goals. You have a certain number of reviews that you want to hit this year. Certain number of reviews, like how many reviews I do. I don't know. Is that what you're talking about? Don't build your expectations up too high for my goals. They're going to be disappointing probably. I will say though, I feel like in December, I really upped my review game quite a bit. I think I reviewed like 14 or 15 titles that came out in the month of December. I'll probably end up reviewing like maybe 9 or 10 in January. So I am trying to, do more reviews, do more deep dives into releases and stuff like that, do more coverage of stuff. And the reviews have been doing well. They've been doing well. So as long as they're doing well, it's like I don't mind to keep that up. Because reviews can be a lot of work. You're watching the film. I've been watching all the special features for these releases. Like I really try to dive in and just consume everything. So like you could be looking at the film's long, like Inglourious Basterds, 2.5 hour movie, an hour worth of special features. Then you got to prep the film, you got to film, you got to edit. So you could be looking at like 6 hours of time, maybe even more than that, to do a 4K review sometimes, if it's got a lot of features and things like that. So, I mean, you got to make sure it's worth that level of investment for sure. No, I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that. I that should have been on my stupid release list. It was not, but that should have been on there. Let's see. What's your opinion on Juice, Sid? That's a good movie. I like Juice with damn it. Why do I always forget everybody's name? Oh my God. He's got the juice. Tupac. Dang, how do I forget Tupac? Can you believe it's been 30 years since the release of Hackers? I can't believe it. I cannot believe it's been 30 years. Seems like only yesterday that I was watching Hackers at 10 years old. That's a great steelbook, by the way. That was a fantastic steelbook. Hello, Mr. Ken. I'm looking forward to the Criterion Honora. Will you be doing a review? I might be, because I think I'm going to get it. I think I'm going to get it. What's my opinion on Basement Blues? I love him like a brother, like a father, like a son. Tony is the greatest man in the history of YouTube. That is my opinion. Justice. Lionsgate Limited don't give you what Arrow Video, Second Sight, Vinegar Syndrome, and other boutique give the customer. Plenty of features and extra, at least not yet. Not Lionsgate Limited, but Lionsgate themselves, like the Amazon exclusive steelbooks, got more special features than the stuff they put on Lionsgate Limited. Like the Kickboxer steelbook had like multiple, I think like 3 or 4 new features, including one with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Stir of Echoes had new features, so it's like they've done them with their other releases, but they haven't yet for the Lionsgate Limited stuff, the Tarantino stuff. Which I did speak to in my review. I'm like, if you guys are wanting to get into this stuff more and do these more boutique releases, then you got to make them feel more boutique. But again, that those releases in particular could have more to do with Tarantino than anybody. You don't know. Sups collection of collectors. What's up, Brock McCracken? How you doing, buddy? Do you like to movie adventure? I love to movie adventure. That's my favorite thing to do. Do you like the movie Adventureland? I do like that movie. Ryan Reynolds, Kristen Stewart, Jesse Eisenberg. That is a good movie. I don't have that in my collection. I've probably seen that like 5 or 6 times. Like I used to watch it on Netflix all the time. Like it was one of my favorite movies there for a little bit. Really like it. What's up, Mega Mike? How you doing, man? What's up, 4K Media Guy? How you doing, buddy? Seeing all kinds of familiar faces tonight. Thank you all for being here. My only goal is to see if I'm better off at the end of the year than I am right now. That's a good goal to have. Daredevil Born Again, yay or nay? Nay. At least for me. Don't buy Game of Thrones 4K from Amazon. Had to return 3 of them sets finally just to reach out to WB. They sent me a brand new copy free. This was due to scratches all over the disc. Damn. Yeah, I knew it got pretty. I thought it got down to like 90 or 80 or something at one point because I almost freaking bit the bullet and I didn't. Yeah, I get that. Look, I'll be honest, like RoboCop 3, like it's all nostalgia and like memory. Like I haven't actually seen that movie since I was probably 10. But it just feels more like the traditional RoboCop that I know. I don't really care about the quality of the film. I just don't want that next gen, like shitty looking RoboCop that they did back in 2014. That's what I was getting at. But I do need to still watch the movie. I got it in my collection. I got it at a Dollar Tree back in the day. I got the first RoboCop at a Dollar Tree back in the day too. That was what I was rocking before the Arrow came out. Are there any new horror movies coming out this year? Or are we getting sequels and remakes again? I mean, we got the Wolfman coming out soon. There'll be plenty of there's horror's really great about doing original stuff because you can get away with it with horror. Like you can make it for a super low budget and then you can turn a profit because people just like going to see horror films. They don't really care about what they are or if they're a part of an IP, things like that. I mean, in some cases, like you're going to make more if you're an IP, but original horror films come out all the time. Like that's one of the very few genres that are always pumping out original films in the theaters and on streaming and everywhere else. So like, yeah, there'll be plenty of new stuff coming out this year. I'm sure stuff we don't even know about. It is the fact that RoboCop remake is at least superior to RoboCop 3. Hey Kenny, are you going to do the VS subscription this year? I am not, Nancy. I did a stream 2 weeks ago talking about I'm not doing that. So you have to go back and check that out. Amazon got that shipping delay game going on right now. It's twice for customers. Mine was twice. I got lucky with Amazon this week because I got it's down there on the floor. I unboxed it earlier, but I got my Snowpiercer 4K Steelbook today. Or no, I got it yesterday. I got it on release day. And it originally said it was supposed to come Thursday. And then I got it on release day. And then a lot of people are saying theirs got delayed till March. So I got very lucky with that. And I did pre-order it like 2 or 3 weeks ago on Amazon. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it. It's just because you didn't see the remake yet and had a heavy opinion on it, that's all. And the remake was decent. Yeah, I get that. I understand that. But also, like, I was just having fun with it. Sometimes I think people really they just get mad at me and they don't really understand like my sense of humor. That's all it is. It's new people to the channel or people that just don't watch me too often. Have you seen Rainbow 4K Steelbook Collection now? It's 300 to 900 something bucks on eBay. Damn. Yeah, I mean, I'm just happy I have that. I'm just happy I got that. Tier list for Muppet movies. I don't know if I'll do that or not. Probably 4th of July. I like 4th of July quite a bit. It always feels fun, you know, setting off some fireworks, watching Jaws, watching Independence Day. I don't know. I thought RoboCop remake was all right. I don't drink popcorn and soda at movies. I went straight from one theater to another. Damn, you just freaking went right through it, didn't you? My birthday's coming up. Hopefully get money and see how good the releases we're getting. Sorry, guys. I might have to skip ahead a little bit. That's impossible to predict, Antonis. That's like impossible to predict. No, fortunately, I live in Kentucky, so I'm very far away from that. We have an ice storm that came over here, so it's like the complete opposite of what's going on in LA. But that's horrible. Like the more stuff I watch about that, it's like, oh my God, I can't even believe this is happening. It's crazy. So I definitely feel for everybody out there for sure. That sucks. But we got an ice storm, I think last Friday or I think it was like a week and a half ago, but it's so cold that it's not melting. So we've just had like ice over everything out here for like a week and a half. It's crazy. We haven't had that in a long time. I'd say like 15 years the last time we had like an ice storm. So yeah, starting off 2025 with a bang. We got the ice over here and the fire. It's great times. What is your most anticipated movie trailer of 2025? Movie trailer? I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. Anticipated trailer? I don't know. I can't even think of that. When do you think we'll see Paramount Goes Volume 3 and what movies would you like to see in it? I mean, Friday the 13th Part 3, I guess they could throw in there. That could be one. I mean, I have to look up. I could see him throwing Smile 2 in there. I could see him throwing The Ring in there, like stuff that they've already put out before. I could see them doing that. I'm not necessarily saying I would want that in there. I'm sure they could think of something better, but you know, that might be what they do. I'm trying to think though. I mean, they might do something like The Haunting because they got that in the Paramount Presents line. And I know Scream Factory's put that out, but that didn't stop them with World War Z. Let's see. Michelle liked the tuxedo. I mean, our lives are kind of on hiatus right now. We're still trying to put out content. You know, we just put out a video, like a Q&A video. We got a A24 chocolate taste testing video, and then we're going to talk about our favorite A24 movies coming up. So yeah, we're trying to put out a couple of videos every week, but the live streams are they're just hard to keep up with right now. It's just, things are busy. Gremlins 3 trailer. That's my most anticipated trailer if we get that. Let's see. What's up, Greg? How you doing? Great to see you, Danny. How you doing, Steve? What's up, Film Physicality? Nice to see Ken is live just when I was looking for something to watch while doing the dishes. That is always great. I am great for entertaining content while you're doing the dishes. I've always been good for that. So that is good, man. I hope you had a good day. Film Physicality, working on roller coasters and other rides. Hope that was fun. Let's see. Michelle D says the Academy gave the Oscar to a film about fish sex. Nothing is too weird for them anymore, but it was a very artsy film about fish sex. But you're right. You're right. I mean, there was more to that film than that, but I'm not a massive fan of that movie, to be completely honest. I could see him doing that. I could see him doing Chud. I could see him doing that for sure. I mean, they did Basket Case this year. I could see that happening. That was at 1984 though, so if they were going to do it, it probably would have been last year. I know that, when is that coming out, right? Because my wife and I, we watched the first season. God, that felt like such a long time ago. Was that 3 years ago that came out? Yeah, that season left on such a cliffhanger though. I'm looking forward to rewatching it for sure. So yeah, I guess, yeah, we are excited for it. I gotta figure out like what happened. I gotta remember like what happened at the end of it though. I'm terrible with that because we just watched Squid Game season 2, and I'm like trying to catch up in my mind the whole time we're watching it because that was like 3 years ago that came out. I'm like, I cannot remember where everybody left off. And I'm gonna be the same way with Severance. I just know the ending was like, oh shit, like something's about to go down. But yeah, that was a great show though, Severance. Ken, have you thought about creating an OnlyFans? Coming soon, coming in 2025. That's a goal. What's going on, Wave? That was a sweet full moon box can. I'm hoping to dive into that soon. Let's see. It was Nancy. Nancy was the one that, yeah, she was the one that wanted me to sign it. That's funny you were in here. Yeah, instead I did I write you all the notes or sign a note or something? I can't remember. Yeah, like it would be hard for me to like intentionally ruin a slipcover. that would be difficult for me to do. All right, guys. 100K subscribers. I can't aim that high. Maybe. My goal is to hit 10K this year. I'm only 5 away from 1,000 now. I feel your pain on time it takes to do reviews. Can't keep up the great work, says Mike's Movie Reviews. Well, man, you just put your mind to it and you can do it. You can do it, buddy. Tired of having to buy movies online? Yeah. I mean, I miss the days of hunting in stores, believe me, but that's just the way it is now. If we still want this stuff, we got to do it online. Damn. You got summertime in Australia, huh? Let's see. Oh, you bought Jackie Brown, Kill Bill, and 2 all steelbooks. How come you got them so early? Mine will arrive March 3rd. I was very lucky. I mean, Lionsgate sent those to me to do reviews on. So they usually send stuff like that out early. And I didn't know they were going to send them out like that early, but it was definitely cool that they did because it gave me time to dig into them and get reviews out for them. So I definitely appreciate that. 4 Tarantino reviews in the month of January. It's crazy. Really, tomorrow, damn, just another console to freaking buy, add to the collection. That's what I'll be getting my wife for Christmas. Tony is the GOAT. Favorite rom-com? Probably When Harry Met Sally. I mean, that's a great one. Yeah, it's a great movie. I do want to see Companion. I do want to see that. That looks pretty damn gnarly. I know, right? It's like, look, I get it. I haven't seen it, but it's like, geez, I didn't know there was such a passionate fan base for the robot. That just goes to show you, though, there's a passionate fan base for everything, literally everything. You know, I didn't realize there was such a passionate fan base for happiness, but Jesus Christ was there. Oh my God. They came out of everywhere. I was like, holy crap. Oh my goodness. What's up, Smirk? I order too much stuff off of Amazon, stuff that's not even movies to cancel that, but I get it. And also I watch the streaming service like all the time. There's a lot of perks to Amazon Prime. I think I saw that come up in my feed. I didn't watch that video. I don't know, guys. Like I don't want to watch stuff like that. Like that would honestly like gives me anxiety to think about. Again, I feel real bad for those people, but that's horrible. You know, not just losing your collection, but just all the stuff that these people are losing. Like it's horrible to think about. It really is. Yeah. I mean, I think I've watched that person's video before. He seemed familiar to me. Like I don't know like how long it's been since I've seen a video of his, but I think I knew who that was. I do like Freaks. What's up, Jordo? What's up, Ken and friends? I just watched Better Man tonight, and the movie was surprisingly great. I've heard a lot of people rave about that movie. I don't know how that movie would hit me, but you know, maybe at some point I'll check it out. What's up, Garrett's Born to Be Rad is in the house. The Godfather of physical media. He pimping discs nationwide. Absolutely, we got to pimp him. You get a disc. You get a disc. You get a disc. You know, we just pushing discs around here. That's what we doing. Hope you're doing well, Garrett. Live streams are great for my second computer monitor while I'm gaming. Need an all-night stream from you, Ken. I used to do that all the time. Like that used to be my night. Like back before I got into content creation, all I did was play video games and listen to podcasts or watch YouTube. I would have the YouTube or the podcast going and I'd be playing games. Like that was my life like 7 or 8 years ago. And now I have no time for any of that. So yeah, good times though. I get it. Let's see. What 2020's year has had the best movies so far? You know what's weird? I used to like be able to pinpoint. Like I feel like I'm really good with like movie release dates and years and just like looking at a year and being like, all these movies came out in this year. As far as like the 2020s, it's a complete like whirlwind, you know, of like what all I can. If you tell me a movie, I'll be like, oh, it came out in the 2020s. And that's all I'd be able to tell you. I wouldn't be able to tell you what year it came out or anything. Like when I'm thinking about 2021 movies, I don't even know what movies like to pick from, like what came out in that year. I know 2022 was Top Gun Maverick, and that's like all I can remember. Last year in 2023, it's like Barbenheimer. I remember that. This past year, I can probably remember more because it's more recent, but it's just not the same as it was like in the 2010s. Like I used to be able to take like a year like 2019. I could probably list you 20 movies that came out in that year, but I just can't do that anymore. Like all these years blend together in the 2020s. I don't know if it was the pandemic, the fact that it just seemed to make everything go a lot faster. I don't know, but it's just weird. They do sometimes. Sometimes they're on it. They're quick. Sometimes it takes a while. All right, guys, I'm almost caught up here. Should be getting my Lionsgate box on Saturday. I hope y'all get them early. I hope you do. If you pre-order from the website, you all should get them early. I mean, it should be like Scream Factory. You should get them at least like 3 or 4 days early. So hopefully that's the case. Let's see. What's up, Ken? Finally saw Nosferatu yesterday and went to Big Lots closing down. Got some cheap DVDs and Blu-rays. Any anticipated movies you're interested in seeing? I mean, just the Wolfman's on my radar right now. That's it. I mean, I still need to see Nosferatu too, but that's on my radar. I do periodically, but I haven't done it in a while. I usually do it when I'm reorganizing, which is usually about once a year. So they'll get pretty dusty in that time period. And, I'll usually just like kind of take a rag and just kind of go over everything just to kind of wipe the dust out of it or off of it. Well, consider yourself lucky. What's up, Left Baffled? Love your vids. Is there a difference between Film Vault's Scarface versus the 4K release? You talking about the original 1932 Scarface? I don't know. I haven't seen the Film Vault version of it, honestly. I didn't know there was another release other than that. I knew there was a Universal Blu-ray, and then there was the Criterion 4K. That's all I knew. My daughter has a little Blu-ray collection of some movies that she likes, and she seems to enjoy it, but they're not like, my son doesn't care at all. They're not like actively collecting stuff. It's just something unfortunately, I don't feel like kids really care about as much as people from our generation, for a variety of reasons. Favorite boutique label right now is I want to say Arrow still. Yeah, I'd probably still say Arrow Video. But Vinegar Syndrome's up there, Second Sight's up there, Umbrella, but I'd probably still go with Arrow Video. What would be your dream cast for a slapstick comedy? From any generation or just this one? Because I can't think of any like recent comedians that would be good in that role. Let's see. That Anora 4K Criterion announcement was impressive. So many new special features. Yeah, it seems pretty cool. I'll be excited to get that one. Haven't seen Real Pain. I am looking forward to watching that one at some point. All right, guys. Let's get into my goals for the year of 2025. And I'm first going to start with my physical media goals. And, I tried to keep things realistic, even though one of these might seem a little bit too far out of the realm of being realistic, especially when you consider what I spent a couple of years ago on physical media. But the first goal that I have, I am getting to the point where there's just a lot. There's a lot coming into the collection. I purchased 2 shelves last year. And everything's full and there's stuff already on the floor again. So I'm going to need to get another shelf, and I'm running out of spots to put shelves in this room. I can put another big one right there. I can put one back there, and I can put one right there, I think. After that, I'm done in this room. Stuff has to start either going out there to the main room or going up in the closet. So I need to, I have a problem with getting rid of stuff. I do. I'll admit that. I don't really get rid of a whole lot, even though I have been to the half price books, the Goodwill. I've given stuff away before. Mostly stuff that I've upgraded and things like that. But I even have a hard time doing that, because when I'm doing a review for like a new 4K, I like to be able to go back and pick out like past releases and talk about them while I'm doing the review. So I have to kind of like let go of that. But what I want to do this year, one of my goals, as far as just like downsizing or helping alleviate some of the pressure, as far as like the room in here, this year, is I want to get rid of 100 titles in my collection before the end of the year. Whether that's a boutique title, whether it's a steelbook, whether it's a regular Blu-ray. I'm going to say Blu-rays or 4Ks. I'm going to throw that in there as well, because it would be easy for me to get rid of 100 DVDs maybe, or 50 of them be DVDs, because I've upgraded a lot of the DVDs I have in my closet, but I still keep them. And I'm also like, I got a crate in there. Or a little tote that probably has 100 Blu-rays and DVDs in it, and they're all like shitty Dollar Tree titles. I need to get rid of those at some point. Just like take them to a Goodwill or something, because I'll never watch that crap. And that was all from the days when I would do like Dollar Tree hunts, like all the time. Like back when Dollar Tree got all the DVDs and Blu-rays in for the first time, I was making all kinds of content, going to the Dollar Trees, just picking up, like, I'll admit it right now, I was picking up these titles just to show them off and make fun of them. And that was like the entertainment value of those videos. So I've got like a whole tote of those in there I could give away. But I want these to be titles that, actually like not mean something, but are actually like legitimate titles that I'm giving away. So I want to give away or get rid of at least 100 titles in the collection before the end of the year. Whether that's something I upgraded, a past release, which is probably going to be most of them, something I watched and just didn't like, or something that's just been sitting on my shelf forever, and it's like, I'm never going to watch this. It's still in the plastic, and just be realistic with myself and say, am I going to watch this or not? And if the answer is no, then get rid of it. So I'm going to try to do that this year. I may start some kind of a series, maybe 20. Every time I get 20, I'll do like a video talking about the ones I'm getting rid of, something like that. So that's one of the physical media goals. The other one, the next one, is budget better. I want to spend about $250 to $300 a month max on movies. Now, I know there's going to be some months where I go over this. I already know that. I can't control what gets announced sometimes. I can't control, like, sometimes I'm just like, I got to get this release, and maybe they'll all come out like in the same month. But I'll try, like, with some months to spend less than this. But I feel like I could accomplish this, especially since, I do get a lot of stuff in for review from studios and certain labels and things like that. So like I already get enough like stuff in to make content on and do reviews and stuff like that. But there's still always stuff that gets announced that I want every month. I think I've probably already spent close to 300 in the month of January, especially like with the Vinegar Syndrome sale at the beginning of the month. I think I spent like 160 just on that. And then the Amazon sale. And so there's always something to spend money on, right? Even if I am getting stuff from studios and things like that. But I want to budget a little bit better. 250 to 300. That's going to be my aim for every month. Now, if you were watching my Blu-ray audits I did with my wife a year or so ago, it's been a year since we stopped doing those. You'll know that I was spending like 700 to 800 on average a month. And then I think in December of 2023, that was my biggest month. I spent over $1,300 on physical media. So I definitely want to bring that down and just be more conscience. Conscience. Is that how you say it? Cautious. We'll say that. Just be more cautious about what I'm grabbing. And it's like, do I really need this? Like Second Sight just announced Scanners on 4K and The Brood on 4K. And I like both of those movies. I thought they were good movies, but I've got the Scanners Criterion. It's a good release for that movie. I don't love that movie. I think it's okay. It's pretty good. And The Brood, again, I like The Brood, and I don't own The Brood at all. So if I'm going to get one of those, it would be The Brood. But I didn't pre-order those. And my instinct immediately was pre-order those immediately. Like you have to have them. They're Second Sight. You got to get them. And I haven't pre-ordered them yet. So I'm going to wait it out. I don't think those are releases that are going to sell out. I'll wait till we get to March. And when we're in March, I'll be like, all right, do I need this? And I'll look at everything else that's coming out in this month. And then I'll decide if that's something that I can, fill up my month's budget with, because that's going to cost $100 right there to get both of those releases. But I do like collecting the second sight stuff. So we'll see. And there's new features and things like that. But again, it's just, I like those movies, but I don't love them. Do I need that kind of addition for them? So I definitely want to budget better. That's the point of this. I think we all aim to budget better, like every single month, especially at this point in time. And the last one, if Garrett's still out there, I know he did a video recently talking about protection, but I want to focus on protecting my collection a little bit better. I want to get more of those like plastic cases for my hardbox releases, my steel books that I really like, just kind of protect my really valuable stuff in the collection. I think that's important. I don't necessarily need it for like my 4K slipcovers or my regular Blu-rays, or just like even just regular Blu-rays from Vinegar Syndrome, but I would like to protect like my nicer like box sets. So I want to work on getting those Malco protectors and things like that for certain releases in the collection, just so as we go on through the years, I'm in a good spot. Like I'm in a pretty temperature controlled environment here in my basement. So I don't really see anything occurring there as far as like the releases wilting or anything like that. But I do want to protect them a little bit better. I think moving forward into the future, I spent good money on a lot of this stuff. It would be nice to protect it. So those are my physical media goals. Protection is good from time to time. It is good from time to time. You got to use protection. You got to use protection. So let me know what you guys think. That's my physical media goals. I could have done some more, but honestly, like I didn't know, because I've got movie goals as well. I didn't know and I feel like some of the movie goals could cross over to physical media goals, but I just left them as movie goals. But that's all I could think of for physical media. Budget better, reduce some titles in my collection, and protect my collection better. All right. Let's go to the top. Let's see. I get my grandkids movies. They have their collection in my house. Nice. For the first time in 37 years, Fathom Event will bring a newly remastered 1987's Hellraiser to U.S. theaters on February 5th and 6th, 2025. I wonder if that's going to be in one of my locations. I would actually love to see Hellraiser in the theater. I don't know if I could make it out, but like that would be a movie that I would want to see in the theaters. I never got to. Yeah, I'm sure I do got a lot of Region B stuff. I got an entire shelf of Region B stuff over here, and probably more back in the collection with, Umbrella, like they're usually region free, even though they say they're Region B, but yeah, I've got quite a few Region B stuff. Let's see. Samurai Cop Blu-ray. Do I have that, Uncle Willie? I don't even know. It is a good place to start, Wave. It is a good place to start. Getting rid of duplicates is a good place to start. Probably good to thin out the collection, some stuff I'm never watching again. Especially if it's something I've already reviewed, then I don't have to worry about like comparing it anymore, because it's already been reviewed. So I can go back there, and honestly, a lot of stuff that came out in 2024 that I upgraded, and just go ahead and pull those out. Yeah, I could do that. No, that's definitely not it. That's definitely not it. I can never beat Tony. Tony could stop collecting today, and I would still never beat him. I don't know. Last time I was in a Dollar Tree, they had nothing. They had nothing, so I stopped going. I think they stopped getting new titles. What's up, Aaron? I have a locked in budget and it's hard sticking to it, but it's good to make one and try average out by the end of the year. Conscience. Yeah. Conscience. Get rid of the titles you really don't want anymore, not stuff you'll regret that you got rid of and want to get again, which mean wasting money. Yeah, I agree. That's a good budget. Mine is out of control since Criterion sale. I've been on the wheel, and I know I'll get out of control, especially like when the sales start coming, like for Kino and Criterion and stuff like that. But yeah, I just have to try to do better. You know, no more $200 releases. No more $200 releases. I think the Neverending Story was good enough. I think that movie deserves a $200 release. I don't think any other movie deserves that. I think that's the only movie that did, and I got it. So I'm good now with $200 releases. I don't ever have to do that again. I would agree with that. I did like The Brood better than Scanners. Scanners, like after the big scene in the beginning, like the movie kind of blows its wad early, in my opinion. And I like Michael Ironside, but the movie just never gained any traction after that for me. Yeah. I mean, the easy answer is I have a lot of trouble getting rid of boutiques. I don't think I've gotten rid of one boutique edition since I've started collecting for the boutique label stuff. So, and admittedly, it's like I know in the future I'm going to make a video about Criterion titles and I might want to talk about that one again. But I should just get rid of it because it's like I don't really ever need to talk about that again. Because it'll just rile up all the Reddit users and the sickos out there to come after me with the pitchforks again. So, oh my goodness, I hit the freaking table. So I should get rid of it. I should, honestly. Those Lionsgate steelbooks killed me to buy. Did you get the Kill Bill, the Jackie Brown, all that stuff? I mean, you got to, right? It's Tarantino. Oh, did you get that, Michelle? Jeez Louise. Oh my goodness. Yep, I get it. Nothing wrong with protecting your stuff. Nope. Protection can cost more. Well, the good thing is protection's not going to be a part of my budget. So if I could save money by budgeting better on my movies, then I could spend more on protection for my collection. That's a loophole there. That's not going to be a part of my physical media movie budget. I love those goals, Ken. All very doable, it seems like. Yeah, I think so. I'll say this, Ken. If you like price, don't buy it yet. Don't have to go the way of keeping with the Joneses. I mean, when it comes to studio 4Ks, like I'm never going to buy a studio 4K again, like day one. Unless it's just something I got to have. Like maybe I missed it in theaters and I'm just so excited to watch it. And I just cannot resist when it shows up on the Walmart shelf on that 4K. I got to get it, got to take it home and watch it. Like maybe that'll come up every now and then. But after getting Twisters, I haven't even showed this stuff off yet, but I got Twisters, I got Bike Riders, and I got Monkey Man on 4K, all for $33, which they all cost $30 individually when they came out. All with the slip covers in good condition. Why do I need to buy this stuff day one? I never do. And yeah, I get stuff from the studio sometimes, but I don't get everything. Why would I ever need to buy this stuff for day one? It's like, why do any of us need to buy this stuff day one? I get it. We're trying to support physical media, keep it alive. But if it comes out at 30 and then a week later it goes down to 21, it's like, what are we doing? Like, why are we even bothering? Why are you buying the Deadpool and Wolverine steelbooks at $70 when in 2 months they're back on Amazon at $45? Like this, it makes no sense. Like, and that's been a big thing since Best Buy went away. Honestly, Amazon, like keeps this stuff up as high as they can, all the way to release date. It comes out, and then 2 days later they drop it. And it used to be like when they had Best Buy to price match and stuff and compete with, 2 days, like they would keep it priced high, and then 2 or 3 days before it came out, it would drop. Now they're doing it 2 or 3 days after it comes out, so they can still hold you to the price. Because before it would ship, the price would drop, they would refund you. That doesn't happen anymore. At least it hasn't happened to me, because they'll drop it 2 days later. So I don't know, guys. We all just need to be smarter with this stuff, especially the studio stuff. Like, you're going to get the boutique stuff, the limited stuff, the keeps that come out in 4K. You got to get that when it comes out over the weekend. If you're into Vinegar Syndrome, like, you got to watch those counts. Like, you just have to watch those counts. Like, if you don't want to get it, you don't think you can afford it. Well, if you don't think you can afford it, then don't get it. But if you don't feel like you're in a position that you can get it that weekend, or you just don't want to get it that weekend, you want to wait until another weekend, just watch those counts, and if it starts to get really low, then maybe go ahead and bite the bullet and swoop in and get it. But if not, a lot of those Vinegar Syndrome titles, you can wait till there's a sale or something. And that goes for a lot of titles. Like, I used to buy like all the Scream Factory 4Ks. I was buying every one until last year. And then I backed off of that. And I think I bought like maybe 5 or 6 new Scream Factory 4Ks last year. And the rest of them, like, I'm just going to backtrack and pick up when they do those sales, and I'll get them for like 19 or 20 bucks. So probably still with the slipcovers. So just got to be smarter. Good goals, Kim. My goal is to lower the budget this year for sure. Kim, were you born and raised in the South? I was born up in by Maryland, actually. I was technically born in Washington, D.C. My dad was in the Air Force, and I was born on an Air Force base that had a D.C. zip code. But I was born in Maryland, lived there until I was 4. And then we moved to Kentucky because that's where my parents' were, my grandparents were. So my parents basically moved back home after my dad got out of the Air Force. So, but I was raised in the South, I guess, if you want to call Kentucky the South. I hate it when I want to get rid of duplicate on lesser format, but it has special features on that isn't upgraded format. I have to keep it. Yeah, that sucks for sure. Yeah, I've really tried to stop doing that, pretty much altogether. I'm tempted with the Tarantino stuff, but I'm not doing it. But I'm tempted. I'm tempted sometimes, but I have to stop myself and be like, I've got the movie. I've got it on 4K. I don't need it. So I'm trying to do better with that. Let's see. I have seen that, Paul. We talked about that a little earlier. It's very sad. It's very sad. I've got a lot of Radiance titles. I got to dig into them. I've only watched like maybe 4 or 5 of them. Looking forward to the Nice Guys from Second Sight. That I 100% am looking forward to. I'm so excited about that. So excited about that. I hope we get Nightcrawler this year too. If they can give us Nightcrawler this year, like, that'll be one of the best years for Second Sight. Nightcrawler, Nice Guys, like, that's the kind of stuff I want from them, honestly, at this point. Prisoners on 4K, like those like 2010s, like thrillers, horror movies, like, they do good at tapping into that time period. 4K release of 7 Nightmare on Elm Street movie collection coming to it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be. Let's see. I did, yes. I have every Tarantino movie on Steelbook. Those are the only ones I needed. So yeah, I bit the bullet. Damn. Yeah, they're expensive. I'm not going to spend more on protection, but Does the Psycho Arrow video set have the behind the scenes? I own it, but I haven't played it. Yeah, that Psycho Arrow video edition has everything. Has everything the Universal 4K had. Doesn't have any more, but it has everything that one had. It's good artwork. Yeah, it's good artwork. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, yeah, you can't. You can't. I know I think that was like maybe a week or so after it came out. I think it was like $40 before it came out. They probably sold it to people for $40 and then they dropped it to $27.99. It's crazy. Um I mean that's about as low as you're going to get for the Disney Steelbooks. I think Willow's down to 45 right now. What's your most anticipated family movie of 2025? For me, Lilo and Stitch. I don't know. I don't know what's coming out for 2025, honestly. I'm not really looking forward to Lilo and Stitch. I was too old when that cartoon came out, so I don't even know too much about that. I don't have any nostalgia for that movie. Yep. Yeah. That can happen. I definitely want to get an app this year for sure. I should have put that in my goals. I didn't. The Nightmare on Elm Street 4K box set will cost you a pretty penny towards your budget. But that's something I'd be happy to pay for. Like if they did a really nice box set, like if Arrow Video did it or something, like I'd be happy to pay for that. I think they will go out of print. From what I heard, they were close. They were close to. Demo Man 4K for like $33. Sometimes you get it early, it's cheaper. Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes that is true. You just got to keep your eye on it. You just got to keep your eye on it. Pay attention, like what it's usually going for, what it's up to right now, what it could be. Like you got to track patterns. I mean, I'm kind of in this stuff all the time. I report on this stuff every week, so I know the price patterns for a lot of these labels and these studios and stuff. So I can tell when it's like this is too high. Like they're either going to drop it or like something's got to happen here. You know. Hey Ken, love your channel. All you do for physical media. Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you. Yeah, I would consider the South. It's not the deep South, like the little Nicky deep South, the deep South. But it's the South. Everything's the South to people in the North, though. Let's see. What's one of your favorite Westerns on 4K? The Searchers. That's the best Western on 4K. And Django. Those are the two best. Ever bringing back the round tables is too hard with the new Jobby. I'm trying to figure out a way to do it. It might happen. It might happen soon. I talked about that recently. So because I unboxed that for the Umbrella video I just did. So yeah, you'll get my thoughts in that video on the movie. They did. They did. They did used to be the best. It's a tough pill to swallow. I like the Jackie Brown Steelbook. I'll be talking about Jackie Brown tomorrow on the channel, actually. I'm excited. What's up, 80s Made? Oh my God, that's going to suck so bad. So bad. Of course, I watched Jake's interview. That was a great interview with the guy from Lionsgate. I definitely encourage you all to go to Steelbook Obsessed channel and watch the interview with the guy that's pretty much in charge of Lionsgate. I think he's the vice president of Lionsgate. He gave some great insights on what they're doing over at Lionsgate. They also do talk about pricing for a little bit. He explained some of the reasons why pricing had to go up. You know, you can take it for what it is. Do you think it needed to? Do you not? I don't know. But, you know, he brings up a lot of good points, you know, about how they're doing stuff that nobody else is really doing. You know, so it is what it is, you know. You can look at it at two ways. You know, you used to be paying $20 for really nice premium edition steel books, and it was awesome. Like those were awesome times when we were getting those $20 Lionsgate steel books, and all the other studios were charging $30, $35 for these subpar steel books that nobody really wants to put on their shelf or have in their collection. And we were getting away with it. These great prices for these great steelbooks. And a lot of them would have new features and stuff like that too. And now, you're out of the Best Buy area. Lionsgate is on their own, standing on their own. And, they're pricing these things what they think that they're worth now. And it is what it is. I mean, they're still nice. Like, I think that they're maybe worth 35, 40 bucks. They always were, it's just that we weren't paying that much, back then. So you can either get mad about it, the fact that they're upping their prices to be pretty much like everybody else, or, you can just accept it that, we got away with paying really good prices for a long time. And now it's pretty much up to standards with all the other labels and studios. I mean, when Screen Factory does a steelbook, what is that? It's like $38 or something like that to get a Screen Factory steelbook, $40. I mean, it's all pretty much in line with everything else going on. Hey Ken, you see people on YouTube talking about losing their complete physical media collection in SoCal Fires, which are replaceable. Yeah, I did see that, Paul. Yeah, we talked about that a little earlier. It's very sad. It's very sad for sure. It sucks. I just have a tough time watching that kind of stuff, to be honest. I did not watch the video. Maltese Falcon was a great 4K. Great 4K. I don't know if you're ever getting Song of the South on 4K. Maybe, Well, let me just say this. I think you made the right choice. I think you chose not poorly. You chose right. But again, I'll talk about that 4K tomorrow. It is a tough pill to swallow. I'm not going to deny that. And they're still doing the Amazon exclusive ones. Like I just bought the Snowpiercer one. That's $35. They're cheaper when they do the Amazon exclusives and they are on their own website. So it is kind of, it does seem kind of weird. Like, why would it be more on their own website than it is on Amazon? $35 for Kickboxer, Snowpiercer, Stir of Echoes on Amazon, then $40 on the Lionsgate Limited website. So, all right, let's get back into the goals. I've got some channel goals I want to get into. So the first one is, and I think this is doable based on the year that I had in 2024. I set my goal for 30,000 last year, and I did not think I was going to get that because I think at that time I was like really close to 22, and I think the previous 2 years I got like 6,000 or 7,000 a year or something. So I didn't think I was going to reach that. But I actually did. And then some. Like I finished out the year of 2024 close to 31,000 subscribers. And now I'm at 31,300. So my goal for this year, since I'm pretty much in a similar spot that I was last year, is grow the channel to 40,000 subscribers. Again, I think that is very doable. Obviously, like I got to keep going at the pace I'm going. Maybe try to do things a little bit smarter, tweak a few things and stuff like that. But I think 40,000 is pretty doable, at the rates that I've been growing on YouTube for the year of 2024. So yeah, I could have set the goal to like 50,000 or something, but it's like, am I actually going to hit that? Like maybe if I have a couple of like really viral videos or something, but I don't know. I just, the more I think about it and kind of settle into this YouTube mindset and space, I kind of just feel like I am just kind of a niche style and channel. And I don't feel like I'm the type to like pop off and get a video that gets to like 200,000 views and then a bunch of people subscribe. If I got to 200,000 views, it would be a bunch of people that just clicked off the video as soon as they saw me talk. I just feel like I'm I don't know. I feel like I'm a niche kind of creator that just doesn't have the mainstream broad appeal. I'm the guy that I just gotta grind and crank out videos and just grow slowly but progressively, and you know, I'm happy with that. Like honestly, like when I started this channel, I could barely form a sentence in front of the camera, and now 6 years later, look at me, I can still barely form a sentence in front of the camera. Um, but I mean, I never envisioned myself getting to even 10,000 subscribers, and now I'm at 30,000. And also, like the further along I get into this, the more I realize that subscribers really don't mean a whole lot when it comes to like views and stuff. I feel like I'm getting similar views on a lot of my, you know, regular content videos. Like I'll have reviews that pop off in the algorithm sometimes. But most of the videos that I do are getting the same amount of views I feel like they were 2 years ago. So it really doesn't feel like subscribers really do anything for you anyway. So it's not something that, you know, it's cool just to have that number and have that status, but at the same time, if it doesn't mean the views are coming up, like how much does it really like mean at the end of the day? But it's a goal, 40,000. I think it's a good goal. I think it's achievable as well. The next one is bring back more collaborations. I really didn't do a ton of collaborations in 2024 at all, and that was for a variety of reasons. There was just stuff going on in my personal family life at the beginning of 2024, stuff that just kind of came to a head at the end of 2023 that I had to take care of. And then I was thrown another curveball in April of last year, and I found out that my job was being eliminated. A place that I was at almost 7 years, and I had to go find a new job. And now I've got a new schedule, and I just don't have the free time that I used to. And that those kind of collaborations and stuff, like it takes time to wrangle people together, to organize, you know, because I always want to feel like I'm putting on a good show and stuff for people. I don't want to do something if it's like half-assed. So I always put a lot into those roundtables, even if they didn't seem like there was a lot put into it. There was. So to bring like something like that back, like I would really have to be enthusiastic about it, because it would take, you know, a lot of my time to put together, and I would have to figure out like, because I don't think that's something I could do during the week anymore. Maybe if I just organized stuff like over the weekend and got it ready, but that would probably be something that I would move to like maybe a Sunday, like a Sunday night or something. So, but either way, like I want to bring back and do more collaborations, whether that's like one-on-one collector interviews again, different types of like streams and roundtable streams, like talking about different things. It is something that I aim to bring back into circulation on the channel in 2025, because I think in 2024, I did like maybe 5 or 6 interviews on the channel, like one-on-ones. I did no like big panel collaboration streams. And if you guys have been with the channel for a while, you'll know that I did a lot of that stuff in 2022 and 2023, at least every month. Like I did at least, I don't know, maybe 30 roundtable streams, like just the monthly roundtables. So yeah, it is something I aim to bring back in 2025 for sure. Because there's a lot of different creators that I haven't really done a lot with that I see out there, and I would love to bring on the channel and do something with. Next up, we have different types of content. You know, I used to do a lot of different variety of content. Now I've kind of settled more into talking about the news, reviews, rinse, you know, repeats, all that stuff. I would like to bring back like some top 10 lists, like I was talking about earlier, just random reviews, just like a title back there that has maybe been out for like 4 or 5 years that I haven't watched. Like maybe not even really dive into too much of the release, maybe just do like more of a movie review of it, which I always talk about the movie when I do 4K reviews anyway, or Blu-ray reviews, but just like a random review. You know, theme months. People have been talking about theme months since I did it back in 2022. When are you going to bring that back, Ken? I thought about it, or maybe just doing like themes, maybe not tied to particular months, but just being like, all right, now I'm going to check out like 20 of these types of films and then watch them and come back and talk about them. But to be honest, like I did that in 2024, or I was like, let me pick out 10 movies and talk about them. I still haven't watched The Wailing. If you guys watched my the last video I did where I picked movies off the shelf and I'm like, I'm gonna watch these 10, watch them and come back. I still need to watch The Wailing, and then I'm done with that list and I can update that video. But it's been like 7 or 8 months since I did that. I just get too caught up in like the new releases and stuff. So those would be hard to do, but I would like to bring back theme months, just some kind of a theme to talk about on the channel. More recommendation videos, just kind of like movie talk videos and things like that. So I want to mix in more different types of content for sure. And next up, we have movie goals. So these are, pretty straightforward. I want to complete, and I believe this was a goal last year on the channel. And one of the directors I picked was Brian De Palma. I did watch a lot of Brian De Palma films last year, but I did not complete his filmography. I want to complete 3 director filmographies this year. I'm going to try that again because I think that'd be really cool to have this a broad overview of like 3 different directors' filmographies. So that's a movie goal of mine this year. Another one, and I don't know how obtainable this is. I'm probably like 50% on both of these labels, but I would love to get to 90% of my Kino Lorber and Vinegar Syndrome titles watched. I feel like I'm in a good spot with my Arrow videos, my Screen Factories, maybe not so much Criterion, but I feel like with Arrow Video and Screen Factory, I'm good. But with Kino Lorber and Vinegar Syndrome, I'm probably like 50%. I would love to get caught up to like 90% watched of those in my collection. And I've got a lot of Kino Lorbers to dig into, but I always have a good time when I watch my Kino Lorbers though, because there's more often than not, they're just good movies in that collection. And then lastly, I would like to watch 15 of my Shaw Brothers films. I got so many like Kung Fu, Hong Kong cinema, Shaw Brothers movies, the Shaw Scope sets, tons of 88 films back there to watch. I want to dig more into that genre of film. So I want to watch 15 Shaw Brothers films. And I've always got people pushing me to like watch those movies. And rewatching the Kill Bill and Kill Bill Volume 2 recently, it's like got me in the mood. It's like, oh, I want to watch all this stuff that helped inspire this movie because I love it so much. So that's it, guys. Just those 3 movie goals. I would also love to dig into like a particular year, like 1984 or something, and really just mine out that year and try to watch everything in that year. But I kept it at 3. Those are the 3 goals. 3 goals for every different category that I have here tonight. So let me get back into the chat and then we'll close this thing out. We got KB here. What's going on, KB? How you doing, buddy? All right. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Let me take a drink. It's more because they're trying to act like a boutique label, but there shouldn't be a price increase because they own the rights. That is true. That is very true. That is very true. They're cutting out the middleman, Amazon, and charging more. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. I'm hoping for Deliverance on 4K this year. Maybe. I could see that. I could see like Arrow Video doing that, honestly. The only studio release I'm pre-ordering is if I don't have it in the collection. Definitely understand that. And Thomas believes in me. I appreciate that. Was trying to remember what that one guy said to you about prices going up, something like it's a big point. Nobody said that to me. Like this was on like a Reddit forum or something, maybe like a Facebook post. But yeah, somebody was like super excited that they got to pay $65 for a Deadpool and Wolverine steelbook or $70. And they were like, hell yeah, $70 for a steelbook. I love the fact that this is a big boy hobby now. And they were just so excited about paying more. I'm like, who gets excited about paying more for a freaking release? I love this is a big boy hobby now. I'll tell you who. People that only pick up like 5 releases a year. Like that's who gets excited about it. And they think they're getting something like super premium that's going to be worth like $300 or $400. Like that's why he was excited, I'm sure. But yeah, I just found it like super hilarious. And I get the idea. It's like they charge more, they make it seem and feel more limited. Um, and they really just feed into that like collector mindset. It is a little insidious the way that people do that, but it's not just movies, it's not just Blu-rays, it's not just 4Ks, there's a lot of different collectibles and items, and it's not even collectibles and items, like it's businesses like increasing their prices, making you pay a fee, a membership, a premium to get a premium service. And they'll up their prices just to kind of thin out their clientele and make sure they're getting like the most like high value clients. Like that's a thing as well. So it's kind of weird, but it's the same thing. It's like having an exclusive party or something that you like RSVP to, and you pay a certain amount to get into that party, to spend so much money to be at this exclusive event because it's so exclusive. That's why you're paying all that money. So it's kind of stupid. I don't love that collecting is going to that, but you just got to keep your eye on it. It's like we all know when it's going to get like super ridiculous. Some people, like everybody's got a different threshold for that. When it comes to the Vinegar Syndrome, 4K Premium Edition, Second Sight, I don't have a problem necessarily paying 45 to 50 to 55, maybe 60, just depending on the box set, what all's in it, what it includes, that kind of stuff. But we all know when it's going to get ridiculous for like certain releases, and things like that. For me personally, like even though I'm getting stuff from Lionsgate to review, I am still also purchasing some of the Lionsgate steelbooks as well. I bought in several of the $35 ones also, but for me, it's like it's not completely ridiculous what Lionsgate's doing because their prices are still in line with a lot of the other studios right now. So I don't want to like target them specifically when there's other studios upcharging their stuff to like 65, $70, like Sony, like Disney, in some cases. Even though Sony brought the release of the Venom Steelbook down, it was still priced pretty high. Like when they put it up for the pre-order, like they tried to get that money out of people before they dropped it. So it's all just it's all just your willingness and what you're going to pay. Like if a Steelbook goes up to like 50, 60, 70, I'm not paying that. So, I think 35, 40, that's still relatively reasonable for what you're getting. I mean, you're still getting a really cool like collectible edition that's supposedly going to be really exclusive and limited. So I don't know. Probably. I mean, I'm nostalgic for Valentine. I grew up watching that movie, but I like My Bloody Valentine too. They're both good ones. Everybody wants me to bring back the round tables. Bring them back. Thank you, Patrick. What is another Arrow video set that has tons of bonus features like behind the scenes? Another one besides what, Antanas? I mean, the Warriors has great features. Barbarella has great features. A lot of Arrow video releases have great features. I mean, the Tremors, American Gigolo, tons. Conan, the Conans had great features. So there's tons of great Arrow video editions. Wishing you the best 2025. I'd love to see some crazy collabs. Much love. Collectors of the World. That was short-lived. It was only like 5 episodes, I think. It was short-lived. You can go back. I did collab with Wet Movie. Go back in my World's Biggest Collectors playlist. He's on there. He's like I think he's episode 31, actually. He was like the first guest on season 2 of World's Biggest Collectors back in early 2022. We did a live stream together. Wet Movie's great. He's a great guy. Super nice. So yeah, I love Wet Movie. I was super happy to talk to him, especially watching him for such a long time. Mentioned you my new video. Roundtables were what drew me to your channel. Thought it was so cool how you were bringing the community together. I know it's I'm so shitty now compared to what I used to be. I used to bring people together, and now it feels like everybody's just ripped apart. You know, it's sad. It makes me sad. It really does. But we'll try to do it again. You know, we'll build from the ground up. You know. Western month, woohoo! You made my daughter a Stallone fan from your theme months. Really? Are you serious, KB? Yeah, everybody loved the theme months too. You know. Yeah, I try to do what I can at this point. You know, I try to do what I can. Would like to see you watch more Asian films. That's on my list. It's on my list. Well, it's only I don't know, probably about 40 more titles, maybe 30. I did not like Ice Cream Man. I like Clint Howard, but I did not like that movie. Is that in Shaw Scope Volume 1, KB? 5 Deadly Venoms? Let me write that down. Does anybody have any other Asian recommendations? Shaw Brothers films that they know of that are in my box sets, or maybe that I have on the 88 films. If you know I have it and it's great, like tell me. Because I think that I think I've heard that one before be called out. Honestly, like I should just go through volume 1. That's 12 films right there, right? Then I can say I watched all the films in that box set. 15 Criterions. I probably got close to 100 Criterions at this point, I would say. My goal is to watch all 1930s to 1950s horror movies that I own. Nice, William. That's a good goal to have. It's a possibility. I could see them doing that. I could see them doing that one. I do want to see Wolfman this weekend. Yeah, I'm sad about the mid-level reviews. But I'm looking to see that this weekend with my wife. Yeah. Bruh. These $50 Lionsgate Steelbooks will be in Walmart in a year at $5. I don't think so. Not the exclusive ones, unless they just sell them to Walmart. I could see them coming back on a small scale. You know, I could see a few popping up here and there. Not in mass though. Jackie Brown. I'm excited to put my review out tomorrow. I mean, they might be off the website entirely in a few months. I think they'll do like a second pressing though if they sell out. But I think from what I understand, they'll look different. Maybe there'll be a different design. Probably like the Apocalypse Now recent steelbook was a different design than the one before it. The only thing about that wave is if I did them every 2-3 months, we'd be having to cover a lot more ground. So I just feel like those would be like super long streams that I wouldn't feel like doing once I had like that much built up to talk about. So if I do them again, like I would like to do them every month, you know. When we've been buying enough for say like the last 25 to 30 years, we should know when it is a good price and it is not all and just a little longer, and it might even be a better price. Yeah. We need a real actual roundtable where the 13 best channels fight for a seat each year. LOL. Yeah. I agree to bring back World's Biggest Collectors They don't even have to be big collectors, just other YouTubers. Yeah, that's why I got rid of that title, because I didn't want people to feel like they had to have the biggest collections to be on the show. Here in Sweden, Deadpool Wolverine Steelbook is 35. Yeah. Yeah. Michelle hates roundtables. She hates gatherings of people. Yeah. Well, that sucks, Michelle. You just like me by myself, don't you? You know, that's where I'm my most unhinged. I love a roundtable even every 6 months. Yeah, that would be tough. Nice, nice. Volume 1. Cool, cool, cool. I don't have Corpse Mania though, Belly Joel. It's got to be some. I have enough of these movies. I don't need to buy any more. So it has to be something that's already in the collection. Yeah, that was a cool video we did. The Never Ending Story unboxing. Let's see. One Armed Swordsman. Is that in my Shaw Brothers set? Is that on my Shaw Brothers set? I might just do that. I might just go through all of Volume 1 and like watch some of my 88 films releases, and that'll be my 15. And then if I love Volume 1, I can buy Volume 2 because I don't have Volume 2. I just have Volume 1 and I have Volume 3. Is Volume 2 still for sale? I hope it didn't go out of print. Shaw Scoop. Oh, Volume 2 is $94.99 because it's a part of the sale. Damn it! If I wasn't budgeting, I'd say I need to pick that up right now. 5 Elemental Ninjas. Is that in one of my sets? Oh, let's see. 2025 is going to be a good year. Yeah, we got those Dirty Harry Steelbook announced, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm tired tonight. I can't get myself quite to unhinged. I've been trying to film videos like a madman so I can get ahead. I filmed 3 videos before I went live tonight, so I feel like my voice is giving out on me. But you know, I'm trying. Good news is I'm pretty ahead with my videos now. Waiting for my Kill Bill Steelbooks. Roundtable Pizza is good, but a bit overpriced. It was. I started really in 2019. I was doing Blu-ray hunting videos. I was doing some unboxings, movie reviews. I think the first movie review I did was The Lighthouse. I went to see it at my local like art house theater, and I came back and I did a review on the channel. So I was just doing a little bit of everything when I first started in 2019. Then when the pandemic hit, I was like, well, everything's shut down. I can't go see new movies anymore. And, I was already like doing physical media content. So I just kind of leaned pretty much all the way into physical media content, started doing the physical media report, and the rest was history. So yeah, this is my 6th year on YouTube right now. Punisher and Angel Heart. Yeah, and then sometimes Best Buy Black Friday, you could get them for 10. Like that was the thing. I got Spiral for 10. I got I think the Nicolas Cage movie with all the cages on it. What was that? The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. I got that for 10. I mean, those were just the good old days, you know. I miss those days. I do. I'm not gonna lie. I miss them. I really do. But look, guys, I'm done. I'm done for the night. That's a wrap. We did my goals. We mingled. We talked. I answered some questions. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. Thank you to Gus for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you to Dan Jones for the $9.99 super chat. Thank you to Paul Allen for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you guys. And look, let's make 2025 the biggest year yet for the channel. We're going to do some big stuff. I'm going to do something this year that you all just wouldn't believe I would ever do. I'm going to shock the world. I'm going to shock the physical media landscape. I'm going to turn everything on its head. I did it before, I'm going to do it again this year, 2025. I turned 40 this year. I'm going to be unhinged. I'm going to be extra cranky. I'm going to be telling more people that they're stupid for buying this release while I'm stupid for buying this release over here. That's what we're going to do this year. Okay. We're going to ruffle some feathers. I feel like I always ruffle feathers, but we're going to ruffle them even more in 2025. And we're going to do big things. Thank you all so much for sticking with me, for tonight, but also just sticking with me in general. Like, you're still subscribed. Like, that's amazing that you put up with this for this long and you're still subscribed to the channel. Like, that's incredible. And I appreciate that. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment on the stream after it's done. That always helps with the algorithm and all that good stuff. And we'll see you guys later.